Mykelti Lefau.
Yes.
This is one of the most ridiculous stories ever. Welcome for a start. I want to ask you how this unfolded because it's Bill.
Yes.
Born in Auckland.
Yes.
Started in rugby union, which
Rugby
pretty
union.
much everyone in New Zealand does.
Yeah.
And then moved to Melbourne. How old?
It's about 13.
13. And then because you wanted to pursue rugby league,
Yep, that's right.
and you went to Scotch College.
No,
Well, where'd you start playing football then? AFL football.
I played Pakenham.
Pakenham.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
bloody hell! So, what age were you when you started playing AFL footy?
It's about 15.
And what is because you're trying to play rugby league and you're in the development pathway with Storm? How did you think I might just have a crack at this as well? How did that happen?
It was just with mates at school because there's not many people throwing rugby balls around, so you just go start kicking the footy with them.
Right.
And then they saw obviously it was a bit bigger, and they saw he might be go all right at footy. So I was against it at the start, but because they played on Sundays for juniors and rugby was on Saturday, I could fit it in.
Bill.
And yeah, I know.
That's
I love this.
astounding.
And then you end up playing at St Kilda City.
Yep.
Did you kick 25 goals in a game there once?
Yeah, the last game of the season, regular game of the
You
season.
kicked 25. How many did you kick for the year?
I think 60 something. Yeah,
Jeez.
but I missed a few games because that was the year I was doing Storm.
Yeah.
So I couldn't play every weekend, and then I didn't start in that league till round 3. And then I was down by the goal kicking at like around 10, 11 goals
Yeah.
in the last game, and the coach was like, we're going to get him there. We're going to get him the golden boot for the season. And then, so everyone just fed me that game, and then at halftime, I think I had like 13, but I was like, I was astounded, to be honest.
25.
25.
What's the hardest thing about all those games you play about Aussie rules? So you've played union, you played league. What's the hardest thing for you to play Aussie rules?
I think just the reaction, like your quick decisions.
Yeah.
Because obviously in like league, you get to plan it, and you can see it. You get to see the defense, and you can plan something against that. But in footy, because it's so 360,
Yeah.
you got to look for the blokes behind you, and then onto the side of you as well. And there's so many things going on. I think that's probably the hardest thing is just being able to make a fast decision and be clear with it as well.
So how with the Storm? Did they find out you were doing this on a Sunday?
No, they did because I know there was another bloke that was
Right.
playing footy as well.
So they weren't filthy on you for going and
No.
playing footy Sunday. They're happy.
Not at all. No, it was all good. Yeah, because it was only like, it wasn't for the whole season. It was only a short period of time, so it was all good. Yeah.
And your body after a game on Sunday, how'd you pull up?
Oh, it was pretty sore.
Oh.
I know. Yeah.
Because you're pretty hard at it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I like to put my body on the line. And
Yes.
obviously, that's how you do it in rugby league as well. But yeah, I didn't want to shy away from contests and things like that. And I knew what the team asked of me, and I couldn't stop doing that when it comes to the important times, especially when we get to like the finals and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was playing both like in the same day as well. Of when the footy finals went to Saturday, and then yeah, it was. I almost missed the grand final of the rugby league because our game just finished, and I got to the rugby when the warm up just finished.
Play both.
Yeah. So I played in a semi for footy, and then had to go play rugby grand final the same day.
So then ended up where at Casey, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Played out there.
They played out there. So after the footy season was done, the coach at the time, he wanted me to go more serious with footy.
Yeah.
And that's when I made the decision to do it. So we got in contact with Casey and asked him if I could train down there for the pre-season, and then the rest was history.
So even to get to
Yes.
that level
Yes.
with your background would have been astounding.
Yeah.
To play at VFL level after the rugbies and where you grew up
Yeah.
would have been an amazing story within itself. To then go on and play AFL football is just ridiculous. It is. It is just the most incredible story. How many tickets? We were talking about this for your debut.
First game.
Yeah. It was probably around 100, 120 tickets.
No.
Yeah.
120, 130.
Yeah.
Is that the record? We should
would
have
have to be.
It'd have to be a record. How did you get 100 GAs?
Yeah, so we asked for 50 initially because I said, how much can you get? She said 50. And then I had some personal ones as well, like with the change rooms included. And then just my manager at the time was like, you're going to need 50 more. I reckon.
Oh.
So we had to ask for 50 more. And then I think that just done the trick.
And you
Your
can hear
manager
'em.
said 175 tickets.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he knows more than me.
175
He knows
now.
more than me.
And you could hear them, couldn't you?
Yeah,
Out in the
yeah.
ground.
They almost had a whole like section in the G.
Did they do a haka during the game or was it after the game?
Nah, that was before the game. So that was that was awesome to see my friends and family do that. But it was almost too early because you get pretty amped when you're watching it, and
Yeah.
a lot of emotions are going through at the time. And we still had like over an hour to kill before the
Oh,
game started. So even the boys were all like amped. They were saying we should get that every game. Yeah. I was like, just keep giving me games and I'll try to get it done.
Exactly.
How good.
Actually, is that like a later pickup for Richmond, Jim? He's not even in the 2024 season guide. You're not in it. I tried to find you. You know the guide, the
Yep.
season guide.
Media guide.
They're not in it, mate.
That's no good. We got to fix that.
No, I know.
Well, don't worry. We'll from now.
Oh, bloody oath. Yeah.
No, it's just ridiculous. So, you ever been to Auckland, by the way, Fat?
Is that Windy Wellington?
No,
I
that's
mean,
Wellington,
yeah.
yeah. When you get up, well, the first time I went there, Mykelti, I got off the plane and I walked past, which would be everywhere in New Zealand, one of those shops that sell the New Zealand merchandise,
Yes.
including the All Blacks tops.
Top, yeah.
And then there was a T-shirt there that said, this is years ago, it had to be nearly 30 years ago. It said, I barrack for the All Blacks
And?
anyone playing against the Wallabies.
Yeah.
And they had them in all shapes and sizes. So I realised pretty quickly that the Wallabies weren't particularly welcome in New Zealand.
To be honest, I didn't really have anything against the Wallabies.
No,
I
no,
think it's
you
just-
don't. We haven't beaten you for bloody 20 years. It's actually embarrassing. But tell us about growing up in New Zealand, because your mum is New Zealand and your dad's Samoan.
Yep.
Did Dad play rugby?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
played rugby. He was pretty good as well.
Yeah, right. So he would have been pretty pumped to see you take it up.
Yeah, for sure. But he's just such a supportive dad, and he knows that any sport that like me or my siblings choose, he'll support that, and he loves footy almost more than rugby now.
Really?
Yeah,
Great.
yeah. He's a massive fan.
What about the type? They're a big club, aren't they, Richmond? Huge
huge
club.
club.
What's that been like? Walking in there and dusty and all that. It must be great.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Like, especially the supporters, and like it's good and all to have that many supporters, but like the quality of supporters is the most important thing.
Yeah.
And I just get to have so many genuine conversations with people, and I think that's what they like about me is like take the time of day to speak to them. And
Bloody hell.
it's not just because I have to. Like, I genuinely want to meet all the fans and all those things like that, because it's just awesome to see the young ones, especially because they look up to you, and you don't really realize how much they look up to you until you see them look in your eyes and just the smile on their face.
That's
It's awesome,
good, isn't it? That's
yeah.
really good. And I tell you, I feel for Adam Uze.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just hasn't. You've had too many injuries, haven't you? Really, you've had a terrible time with injuries, Richmond.
Yeah, no, it's been pretty unfortunate, but Uza's such a good guy, and that's why everyone you'll hear all the players, they speak so highly of him, and we're just at a crucial point right now of the season where the spirits sort of dropping, and he wants to get it across to the boys to make sure that our spirits are still high, like we're still doing things right. There's obviously you can come up with excuses like with the injuries and things like that, and you can blame it on that, but what can we control now? And that's our spirit and our mentality rocking up every day. So
What a star you are. This is one of the great stories. I also love the New Zealand national anthem, by the way, being played all of that last round. It is a superb national anthem. Great meeting you. Continue to dominate. You're a bloody star.
thank you very much, boys. Thanks for having me on.
Good on ya.
Mykelti Lefau from the
Mykelti.
Richmond